But no, going back to the Hyatt. So with that being the main hotel and attraction, my group that we originally nabbed a room when these rooms first went live back in September of 2022, and a long time ago. And I was actually surprised. I was on their Discord, and so I was there when they literally made the announcement that, hey, the link is live. Here's the room block. Go, 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 go. And there's always people who aren't going to get the rooms they want. They're always going to sell out. There's people that like buy up all the suites. They buy like chunks of rooms to save for parties. It is the hardest hotel to get a room. So you'd think because it's hard to get a room at this hotel, there's a reason. And maybe it's because it's the best hotel. Well, that is not the case. And at least in my experience this year, when it came time to check in on that Friday, not only did they want to upcharge for early check-in, they wanted to start out at, oh, you have a room? Well, it'll be ready around 3 p.m.-ish, but if you want to check in early, here's a link. It's $75 extra. Doesn't matter what it is, $75 extra. I was willing to put that away because we had a couple people staying in the room, and I was like, hey, we can get in on the room at 12 o'clock. Person I was with, she wanted to get some cosplay prepared and wanted to actually spend the day cosplaying, and it takes her a little bit while to get ready, so it's like she needs a space. And I'm like, you know what? Everyone's cool with it. We'll check in. We'll get things handled. Not only were there only 2 people checking in, a huge line of people trying to get in. With the upcharge, I got to the front desk. They said my room type was no longer available. I had a double bedroom reserved with a number, and they said, oh, we don't have this room. And I'm like, what do you mean? I reserved it. Well, we can't guarantee this room for you. Can you guarantee it if I check in at regular time? And the lady that I was talking to was just like, you can try again at 3 o'clock, but we still can't guarantee you're going to have the room type you're going to have. We could upgrade you to a suite. And I'm like, is that upgrade, like, can you do that for the same price? Because you literally are not following through on the room that you had promised that I had, originally reserved. And she's like, well, there's going to be an upcharge for that and an upgrade. And I'm like, that's not going to fly. That's absolutely not going to fly.
And this is where I personally would have just pulled a Karen and been like, I'm sorry, I need to speak to your manager or whoever's in charge at the moment, because this is absolutely not how this should have been handled. And if you guys don't have the room available, then what you're supposed to do, and what every hotel is supposed to do, is they are supposed to upgrade you. Because usually what they do is they keep the higher end rooms available.
Mm-hmm. And they did have these available.
Yes. And so one of the things is if the room is not available, they're supposed to upgrade you or get you a similar room at no additional cost. And that's the key part. No additional cost. The second they said they were charging you extra, you should have been like, no, that's not what's stated in the hotel contract. And you guys already have my deposit, so you guys already have my money. So at this point, I need to speak to someone higher up. And at this point, I think it's warranted to be a Karen because, again, we're at a very big event. We've reserved these rooms months in advance. Months. Like almost a full year. And the thing is, this event happens every year. It's not new. This situation shouldn't even be a problem. Like, I understand that sometimes, maybe someone's late checkout be like, hey, there's still someone in your room. We haven't cleaned it. Okay, fine. That's fair. That's completely justifiable. But to have the room not be available at all.
No guarantee.
No guarantee. That right there is a problem. And that should have never happened. Never. And that's where I think at that point you should have just fought. You should have fought right then and there and been like, no. It's either that or you could honestly say, if you guys don't have space, then you need to contact the other hotels because I have a contract with you guys because I bought through your website and through your own portal. If you cannot accommodate me at no increase in price, then what you do instead is you contact your bank afterwards. You say, I need a estimate of what a double room would have cost, and then this room. You compare them. You tell your bank, hey, I reserved this room, didn't get this room, and they're upcharging me even though this is technically a downgrade. So I want there to be this is the price difference. I want that difference reflected in my credit charge. That's what you're supposed to do.